Laughs at the skies of love when he's never felt less pain. Quiet, what light breaks through the window? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun rising. Arise, fair sun, and kill the jealous moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That you, her maid, are far more beautiful than she is. Don't be her maid, since she is so jealous. Her chaste white gown is only stick and green, and only fools wear it. Take it off and throw it away. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, I wish she knew that she was my love. She speaks, but she says nothing. What does that mean? Her eyes seem to be talking. I will answer it. I am too bold. She's not speaking to me. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven, having some busyness, do beg her eyes to twinkle in their sockets till the stars return. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. As daylight shames the lamp, her eyes in heaven would stream so brightly through the skies that birds would sing and think it was morning. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, I wish I were a glove on that hand so that I might touch that cheek. Ah, me. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for you are as glorious as the night. This is over my head. That is over my head. As the winged messenger of heaven, to the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he crosses the slow-moving clouds and sails upon the heart of the wind.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, why are you Romeo? Deny your father and refuse to be called by your name, or if you won't, swear you are my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
It's only your name that is my enemy. You are yourself, not even a Montague. What's Montague? It's not a hand, or a foot, or an arm, or a face, or any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's a name? That which we call a rose would smell as sweet if it had any other name. So Romeo, if he wasn't called Romeo, would retain that dear perfection which he has without that title. Romeo, throw your name away, and for that name which isn't part of you, take all of me.
I take you at your word. Only call me love, and I'll be baptized with a new name. From now on, I'll never be Romeo.
What man are you who, wrapped in the cover of night, stumbles on my private thoughts?
By a name that I don't know how to tell who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to me because it is the enemy to you. If I had written it down on paper, I would tear the word from the page.
My ears haven't yet heard 100 words of that tongue speech, and yet I know the sound. Aren't you a Romeo and a Montague?
Neither one, fair saint, if you dislike them.
How did you come here, tell me, and why? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb. If the place means death, considering who you are, if any of my kinsmen find you here.
With love's light wings did I fly over these walls, for a rocky mountain cannot hold love out, and what love can do, love dares to attempt. Therefore your kinsmen are no threat to me.
If they see you, they will murder you.
It's a shame there is more danger in your eye than 20 of their swords. If you will just look sweet, then I am protected against their hate.
I wouldn't have them see you here for the world.
I have nice clothes to hide me from their sight, and if you love me, let them find me here. My life was better ended by their hate. Their death postpones wanting your love.
Who gave you the directions to this place?
Love the first prompted me to ask. He gave me advice and I gave him eyes. I'm no sea captain, but if you were as far away as that vast shore washed with the furthest sea, I would risk everything for such a cargo.
You know that the night hides my face, otherwise a maiden's blush would paint my cheek for what you overheard me say tonight. Gladly I would dwell on form, gladly deny what I have spoken, but farewell, polite words. Do you love me? I know you will say yes, and I will take your word, but if you swear, you may prove false. At lovers' lies, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if you do love, pronounce faithfully. Or if you think I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be wicked and tell you no, so you will court me, but otherwise not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too affectionate, and therefore you may think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more knowledge to be unfriendly. I should have been more unfriendly, I confess, but you overheard before I was aware of you, my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not attribute the surrender to light love which the dark night has discovered.
Lady, by thy blessed moon up there, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops, I swear.
Oh, don't swear by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly goes through changes in her circled orbit, for fear that your love prove as variable as the moon.
What shall I swear by?
Don't swear at all, or if you will, swear by your own gracious self, which is the God that I worship, and I'll believe you.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, don't swear. Although I have joy in you, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which ceases to exist before one can say it's lightning. Sweet good night, this bud of love ripened by summer breezes. It may become a beautiful flower when next we meet. Good night, may sweet repose and rest come to your heart such as that is within my breast.
Oh, will you leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction can you have tonight?
The exchange of your love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave you my vow before you asked for it, and yet I wish I could give it again.
Would you take it away, white love?
Only to be honest and give it to you again, and still I wish but for the thing that I already have. My treasure has no boundaries, just like the sea. My love is as deep as the sea. The more I give to you, the more I have, for both my love and the sea are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, goodbye. Montague, be true. Stay here a minute. I'll be right back.
Madam!
Oh, blessed, blessed night, I am afraid, standing in its night, that all this is only a dream, too promising and too sweet to be real.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If your love is honorable, your intention marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll come to get you. Where and what time you will marry me, and I'll lay all my fortunes at your feet, and follow you, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come right away, but if you don't mean well, I beg you.
Madam!
I'm coming. To end your pursuit of me and leave me to my grief, I'll send tomorrow.
I'll be waiting.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse for me to want your light. Love goes toward love as a schoolboy away from their books, but love goes from love like boys toward school with heavy looks.
Listen, Romeo, listen. Oh, I wish I had a falconer's voice to lure this hawk back to me again. Being a slave has a hoarse voice and may not speak aloud, or else I would go to the cave where Echo lives and make her airy voices more hoarse than mine is with the repetition of my Romeo's name.
It is my soul that calls my name. How silver sweet is the sound of lover's voice by night, like softest music to listening ears.
Romeo,
My dear,
what time tomorrow should I send someone to you?
at 9.
I will not fail. It's going to feel like 20 years until then. I have forgotten why I called you back.
Let me stand here until you remember.
I shall forget just to have you stand there, remembering how I love your company.
And I'll still stay to have you still forgetting any other home but this one.
It's almost morning. I want you to leave, and yet I don't want you to go any farther than a naughty child's bird, who lets the bird hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted ankle bracelet, and with a silk thread plucks the bird back again, so loving but jealous of his liberty.
I wish I were your bird.
Sweet, so do I, but I should kill you with much cherishing.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks?
Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?